The mountains of Switzerland have long captivated travelers from every corner of the world, but among all the Alpine wonders, few journeys are as magical and unforgettable as the ride aboard the Gornergrat Railway. This iconic red and yellow mountain train, winding along steep slopes surrounded by green meadows and towering peaks, represents not just a mode of transportation but an experience that connects humanity to the heart of the Alps. The moment the train begins its ascent from Zermatt, a world of breathtaking beauty begins to unfold: lush fields, wooden chalets, crystal lakes, and snow-capped mountains that seem close enough to touch. With every turn of the track, every curve hugging the mountainside, and every climb pulling the train upward toward the sky, passengers are drawn into a fairy tale landscape that feels almost unreal in its perfection. The most striking feature that accompanies the journey is the Matterhorn, Switzerland's most legendary mountain. With its pyramid-like shape piercing the heavens, the Matterhorn stands as a symbol of nature's raw power and elegance. As the train climbs higher, this mountain appears again and again from new angles, sometimes illuminated by golden sunlight, sometimes shadowed by drifting clouds, but always majestic. The Gornergrat Railway is specially designed to navigate these steep gradients using a cogwheel system that grips the rail, allowing the train to safely scale some of the most dramatic slopes in Europe. This engineering miracle has been operating since 1898, making it one of the oldest electric rack railways in the world. To this day, it remains an example of how innovation can blend harmoniously with nature, ensuring that even the steepest terrains are accessible without disturbing the fragile alpine environment. The train itself is more than a simple vehicle. Its bright red and orange colors create a vivid contrast against the emerald green grasslands and deep blue skies. As it moves through the serene landscape, it becomes part of the scenery, like a brushstroke in a masterpiece painting. Inside the train, panoramic windows offer uninterrupted views, allowing passengers to feel as if they are floating through the mountains rather than traveling on tracks. Every seat becomes a window seat, and every moment becomes worth capturing, whether with a camera or simply with the heart. As the train continues higher, meadows filled with wildflowers begin to replace the lower valley pastures. Bright yellows, soft purples, and delicate whites scatter across the hillsides like nature's own confetti. In spring and summer, these flowers bloom in abundance, creating colorful carpets that stretch in all directions. The fresh mountain air carries the scent of pine forests, the sound of distant streams, and the songs of birds that thrive in the peaceful alpine environment. It is a place where time seems to slow down, each minute unfolding with gentle tranquility. The railway tracks wind gracefully, hugging cliffs and crossing small bridges over rushing rivers fed by melting glaciers. Looking down, the turquoise lakes nestled between valleys shimmer in the sunlight, appearing almost too vibrant to be real. These lakes, fed by pure glacial water, are among the cleanest and clearest in the world. Their stunning blue-green color adds yet another layer to Switzerland's extraordinary natural palette. Small wooden cabins, shepherd huts, and mountain chalets dot the landscape, standing as quiet reminders of a simpler, traditional life that still survives in the high Alps. As the train approaches one of the steeper sections, passengers can feel the subtle shift as the cogwheel system engages more firmly. This technology allows the train to climb inclines far too steep for ordinary rail systems. Though the climb grows sharper, the ride remains smooth and steady, a testament to more than a century of Swiss engineering excellence. As the altitude rises, the vegetation changes once again. Trees become fewer and fewer, eventually giving way to rocky slopes and rugged terrain that have been carved by centuries of wind and ice. Massive rock formations tower above the train, weathered and shaped by the forces of nature. Farther off, the vast Gorner Glacier comes into view, a monumental river of ice, frozen in time yet constantly moving with faint, slow power. Beneath the sun, the glacier glitters like a field of diamonds, reflecting light in every direction. This glacier is one of the largest in the Alps and is one of the key reasons the Gornergrat region is considered a natural treasure. Standing before such a vast expanse of ice, one feels humbled by the magnitude of nature's work. Throughout the ascent, the Matterhorn remains ever present, a silent guardian of the mountains. Its peak rises dramatically more than 4,400 meters above sea level, a masterpiece of geological design. The more the train climbs, the closer the Matterhorn appears, revealing new ridges, slopes, and shadows that shift with the sun. For many travelers, this is the closest they will ever be to such an iconic summit, and the feeling is nothing short of awe-inspiring. The Gornergrat Railway reaches a height of 3,089 meters at its final station, making it one of the highest open-air railway stations in Europe. When passengers step off the train, they find themselves surrounded by a 360-degree panorama of the Alps. More than 20 towering peaks, each over 4,000 meters high, fill the horizon. Sharp ridges and snowy summits form layers of silver and white, stretching as far as the eye can see. The air is crisp, the silence profound, and the beauty overwhelming. From the top, visitors can explore viewing platforms, walking paths, and scenic terraces that offer some of the best mountain views anywhere in the world. One can look down upon the glacier fields, trace the tracks the train traveled upon, or simply stand in quiet admiration of the natural wonders around them. Many travelers describe this moment as spiritual, a rare encounter with nature's grandest design. Even after descending back into the valley, the memory of the ride lingers. The Gornergrat Railway teaches that journeys are not merely distances traveled but emotions experienced, sights witnessed, and connections made with the world. Each moment on the train feels like a page from a storybook: cows grazing on the hillside, sunlight filtering through tall pines, waterfalls streaming from rock faces, and the choir of mountain birds echoing through the valleys. The journey combines simplicity with grandeur, familiarity with wonder, and comfort with exploration. The railway is also deeply rooted in Swiss history and culture. When it first opened, it symbolized the future: electric power, innovative transport, and a new era of mountain tourism. Today, it represents a perfect blend of past and present. The technology has evolved, the engines have become more efficient, and the coaches more comfortable, yet the essence remains unchanged: a promise to bring people closer to nature in the most beautiful way possible. Over the years, millions of travelers have taken this journey: mountaineers, photographers, families, nature lovers, and explorers. Each person leaves with a story of their own, inspired by the sight of the Matterhorn or the feeling of standing above the clouds. Some come for adventure, others for peace, and some simply for the joy of experiencing one of the world's most scenic train rides. As the train makes its way back down the mountainside, the scenery transforms once again. The snowfields fade into alpine meadows, rocky cliffs melt into forests, and the crisp mountain air grows softer and warmer. The forests, filled with pine and larch trees, form a deep green blanket across the slopes. In autumn, these trees change color, turning golden yellow and fiery orange, making the ride even more magical. In winter, the entire region becomes a snowy wonderland, and the train travels through landscapes covered in white, with icicles hanging from cliffs and frost decorating every branch. Each season brings a unique charm. Spring offers fresh blooms, summer brings open meadows, autumn paints the mountains with warm hues, and winter transforms everything into a pure and glittering world. Few places on Earth offer such dramatic and beautiful seasonal transformations. The lakes near the route, clear, calm, and glistening, serve as natural mirrors reflecting the mountains. With the Matterhorn mirrored on their surface, they create postcard-perfect scenes worthy of painting. Swans glide across the water, adding elegance to the already poetic scenery. The deep turquoise color of these lakes results from glacial minerals suspended in the water, giving them a magical glow. The Gornergrat journey also carries a quiet message about environmental protection. Despite being a popular tourist route, the region remains clean, well-preserved, and respected. The railway runs on electricity, producing far fewer emissions compared to road transport. Switzerland's commitment to sustainability ensures that even delicate mountain ecosystems remain untouched. Every part of the railway is designed to blend naturally with the environment, from the wooden stations to the unobtrusive tracks that weave gently through the terrain. The journey becomes more than sightseeing. It becomes a moment of reflection, a reminder that nature, in all its vastness and power, offers beauty that humans must protect. The Gornergrat Railway is a living example of how progress and preservation can coexist. As the train descends toward Zermatt, passengers often find themselves looking back through the windows, hoping to catch one last glimpse of the Matterhorn. Its pyramid shape stands proudly in the distance, reminding travelers of the grand mountains that watched over their journey. The railway, a humble yet extraordinary creation, returns them gently to the valley, but their hearts remain high in the clouds where the peaks touch the sky. The Gornergrat Railway is more than a train. It is a connection to nature, to history, to beauty, and to a sense of wonder that only the Alps can awaken. It is a journey crafted not just with tracks and steel but with dreams, engineering brilliance, and deep respect for the mountains. For anyone who seeks a journey of peace, inspiration, or discovery, this railway offers an unforgettable chapter, one that stays long after the ride ends.